Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How's it going?
Good, all good. How about you?
So, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I think we were discussing about haircuts.
Yes, we discussed about your experiences and you asked about mine.
Yeah. Yes, just tell
Right.
about what is happening in Hyderabad about haircuts and how do you personally take it?
So, ever since COVID, I've been calling people from urban companies, as I mentioned. So, when you
Mhm.
are one-on-one, obviously you need to do some small talk. Whether you do from your side or they ask something and you reply. So,
Right.
what I do is I wait for them to ask. If they ask, I reply, and just to be fair, I ask something in return, but not much. Yeah, I
Okay.
want to keep it like you yourself. I want to relax while they're doing the work.
All
So
right.
I don't
Yeah,
say
it's
that.
it's 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 the it's our relaxed time. So you don't want to be disturbed. But yeah, but still you
Yeah,
want to keep it respectful. You don't want to shut down the person. You just
absolutely.
you want to answer and then you don't want to talk much so that they can themselves understand that this person wants to relax. Yeah.
True. When I'm in Hyderabad, that's what I do because over here, at least in my locality, there aren't much accessible salons. Like
Okay.
there are no malls nearby, as you know. So, but when I'm in Mangalore at my sister's, there are a couple of malls that are close by, and also we visit often,
Mm-hmm.
and they have good salons. When I'm there, I visit the salon and I get my haircut, facial, whatever. And uh, I haven't really experienced people asking me things in those salons.
Okay.
I think I felt they are very professional. I'm not saying professional people don't do that. People who talk are not professional, but then like you mentioned, they recognize it's your relaxed time, and they just ask you questions relevant. Okay, how do you want the haircut? Should I trim this? Should I trim that? Speaking of trimming, what happened last year in one of the salons? There is one salon called Heaven Rose. So it
Mm-hmm.
is a Muslim-owned salon, and most of the workers are Muslims. They understand the moment they see, okay, fine, this guy has a beard. They don't touch it. They don't even ask about it most of the times.
Right.
One time, what happened? I went to a salon which was mixed culture, and that person asked me something I didn't understand. I said yes. So what he did, he trimmed my side locks to zero.
Oops.
That was a huge thing. I'm like, Allahu Akbar, अरे क्या कर दिया रे भाई. I didn't understand what he said. I was thinking he might be, because they trimmed the inner ear part, right?
Right.
So I was thinking, okay, he's doing that. I didn't hear him clearly, or he didn't explain clearly. So he did this, trust me, for a very long time. I was ashamed, कि अरे, this is, because from ever since we got beards, we didn't cut it or we didn't, go zero
Right.
at all. Now all of a sudden when it becomes, it's really embarrassing. But Alhamdulillah, very quickly, within a few weeks, the hair grew back and now they are back to the original size.
Okay. At least he did
That
not
was,
shave it.
yeah, no, yeah, exactly, absolutely. He didn't shave it. I never, because I always say that Kevin, use a trimmer.
Right.
And like you mentioned for your hair, from my hair, what I do is in the beginning, I used to do similarly back in Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, also a couple of years back, like you mentioned, a little setting, cutting with
Right.
scissors and setting on the sides and back. But since a couple of years, what I've been doing, I'm using a machine entirely. 8 number is the maximum number, 8 level across my head. So
Okay.
that's what I have been doing since a couple of years.
So, you were mentioning about, in the mall, the barbers in the mall, they don't speak much. So, in India, I think that's professionalism over there. But here,
Yeah.
being professional, that is them being professional. It is just
Yes.
natural. Because I think
True.
you got this a good topic that because in India, I'm not sure how much is it, but I what I felt is we have kept people like, the people who are barbers, or the people who work as any other small jobs. Uh, they are they are not looked upon as, unless they are celebrity stylist or stuff like that. They're just looked
Hmm.
at as they're just a barber. They're not looked as a very respectable worker or very respectable position. So
Right.
I think that is a gap which is there, and they are more likely, respecting that space between the customer and themselves, rather to disturb. They don't want to disturb the customer. That's what they're doing,
True.
because what I feel is they don't see themselves at the same level, and even if they try
True.
to talk, the owner of the store or stuff like that, they will be like, why are you talking to the customer? Just do the job what they are telling, and just be silent, do your stuff. But here,
True. True.
all the positions or all the jobs are seen as a, you're doing a job, you are earning money, so that's fine. You're not like, you won't be talked upon, or talked down upon, or talked like you are a very, for a CEO or someone, you won't be talked like, you'll be you'll be at the same level. When you are outside your office, or even in the office, you can speak to your colleague, the owner can speak to the employee, and they'll have a respectable position. They won't be like, looking down upon anybody. So I think
True.
that is the structure uh, which is the main cultural difference here in Canada and back home. So here, if they talk, they're just doing their job, and they are doing it as they are, just a human being, and
Absolutely.
and they are looking at you as someone who is at their similar level, because you are doing something outside at a position. They are also doing their job, so they they don't find anything wrong in doing that. But in India, what I feel is uh, they'll think twice before doing that, because
True.
because of obvious reasons. What do you think about
Yeah.
that?
That's absolutely true because, like you mentioned, and we see this in on Instagram and elsewhere. Celebrity stylists, they have a completely different culture, different, what do you say, take
Different
on
level
it.
itself,
The way
they are like a celebrity, or they're different.
exactly, exactly, and I will certainly say that they have done good for themselves. Okay, they have brought
Right.
themselves to that level. Okay, they are known in that community, and
Yeah.
they have made a name for themselves. Uh, but when you consider common public, uh, if you have someone that you often visit, that's a different case. कि okay भाई
Right.
दोस्ती बन गई, कभी
Ah,
सेम जगह जा रहे हैं,
yeah, yeah.
like you mentioned गली का बार्बर. तो
Right.
अगर गली का कोई है तो especially in here,
अपनी
especially
पहचान
where I
रहती,
live in
we
Unscripted.
know each other, and like in Eid, in Bakrid, or in Holi, Diwali, you'll be with that
Yes,
person, you'll speak to him, you'll give him some gift or something like that. So that is
yes,
a different connection, personal level connection.
yes.
Yeah. But in a mall or
If you
specific
remember, even
person, yeah,
back in Saudi Arabia also, there were a few barbers nearby to us. So we often visited them and we became friendly. We used to talk as well.
right,
Even they used to talk normally. क्या भाई कैसे हो कैसा school चल रहा है? We were in school obviously back then.
right.
School कैसा चल रहा है? A lot of times I used to be late in haircut. So yani I used to go after the teacher scolded कि अरे cut your hair. And then I had to tell my barber, okay, okay, my teacher is saying just, because I grew my hair back then. I didn't like
Yeah,
shorter
you
hair.
used to have long hair, right? I remember.
Yeah.
Now that you tell, I'm remembering your face, like you had like long hair. I remember.
Not very long as in to tie a ponytail, but then pretty
Yeah,
long, yeah,
not
coming
that
down.
long, but
And
yeah,
then,
those were like not normal. Those were longer
yeah,
than normal. Right.
Normal, yeah, longer than normal. That's what I was doing back then. So I used to go when the teacher used to scold, "Okay, get your hair cut." So I used to do that. But now recently I've adapted a shorter hairstyle because it's looking good on my face. And in fact, the shorter the better. Everyone is also saying, "I'm like, चलो ठीक है, shorter ही रखेंगे." And
One thing I want to add is I usually don't do my beard trimming or anything related to my beard here at the salon. Uh,
right.
a couple of things, like, because when back in Hyderabad, I used to just go to the, as I mentioned, gali ka jo barber hai, because I have a
Hmm.
good rapport with him. He knows what I require. I used to go to him every week, and he used to just level up and do the thing. And it used to be just 60
Hmm.
rupees, not even a dollar, right? So
Right.
uh, here, obviously, the charges are different. I think it's $15 to $20 just for the beard. So that is one thing that it is, comparatively. Obviously, you shouldn't compare when you are here, but it is quite high. So when you can do it
Hmm.
with your own trimmer, then
Yes.
why not? Because even if I go for a trim of my beard here, they will not be using the blade here. Blade,
Hmm.
I mean, you want to get the under part of your, beard in shape.
Yeah, just.
Yeah. So you have
Hmm.
to use a blade so that it clears up the lower part, and then at the corners and stuff like that. You want to have, because to line up everything. So you need to use the blade. But here, usually what I heard is the barbers or the hairstylists, they avoid using blades, because I think there is a rule
Hmm.
as well. There is a ruling as well that you shouldn't be using blades in the in the saloons or in the barber shops. So that is
Okay.
also a thing that why I don't prefer going, because if I'm not getting the entire beard done, and if I have to come back home and I have to again do myself, then why am I
Yeah,
paying
yeah.
15 to 20 bucks, So,
True.
because in India it's normal. You go, he'll first use the blade. He'll just, because I like to keep my mustache in a, in a sloping form, so that it doesn't fill up the entire mustache area. So,
Yeah, upper lip.
but here they don't do that because they
Hmm.
just don't want to use the blade. They just don't want to use that, and they'll be using the trimmer.
Safety purpose. Yes.
Yeah, safety purposes. Uh, and that's the reason. Just a moment. It's to be safe, I guess. They have this ruling to not to use blades, and
Mhm.
so that's the reason I prefer getting, my beard done at home rather than going to a salon.
True. Even me, like when I have my haircut, like you said, every 2 3 months, but then I will have my beard and everything trimmed एक साथ करने के वास्ते, because they don't really charge you separately here for this. When
Oh,
you're
yes.
doing the complete haircut, and then you say कि भाई इसको trim कर दो, because it's not much, it's like just trimming the mustache and just styling the little beard.
They
So
don't
they usually most.
they don't
Uh,
see it as just here. Everything needs
okay,
separate.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
No, no,
if
I
if
understand.
if they are touching your beard, then you gotta pay for that. You know.
Yes.
So
No,
that is
it will
it.
over here also. If you go to big salons, they will have that say. But at least with me, I maybe I didn't visit any of those salons.
Right.
Wherever I went, and in fact, a good point just to put in here, and we'll discuss about this in the next episode also. Okay, as you know my accessibility issue.
Right.
So Heaven Rose, that particular salon, they always give me a big discount. They say, okay,
Mhm.
we'll give you a big discount
Okay.
for that. So Heaven Rose, like if a generally haircut costs 250 rupees, they'll charge me 100 or 150.
Oh, so
Ek
you're
100
giving them a
paisa
shout
kam
out
kar
here.
Yeah, yeah. I will, because they are really good, and they have multiple branches. Every branch they do that. It's not कि एक ही branch में बोल गया.
Right.
So I visited two branches of theirs in two different malls. Both of them offered me कि भाई वो बोल के, not just on haircut, any service. I got a lot of things done, like facial. or recently I even had my nails cut.
Wow.
So
Manicure,
very
pedicure as
simple
well.
only. Like the shape was really, really nice. Obviously, when we cut at home, unless and until we have a lot of practice, it's just very random. But they shaped it very well, and it was a first time experience, honestly, getting my nails done
You
in a
hear
salon.
about, ladies getting they call it
Yeah.
mani pedi or something like that, right? Manicure, pedicure.
Manicure and pedicure. Yeah. Pedicure for the foot and manicure for the fingers,
Okay,
hands.
right. So yeah, you got that experience, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't get anything for the foot done, but for my hands, just a simple cutting. Obviously, we are guys; we don't get all of this cleaning and everything.
Yeah.
So just
But
simple
people,
nail cut.
some people, they get everything done. They want to be, as clean as they can be. Obviously, we are clean. We just use soap and stuff like that, and we are done. But some men are there. They want to do, like, I guess, it's called deep cleaning of themselves, or I don't know what to say. But yeah,
Yeah,
they want to do that, so they do all those stuff which, I guess, I think it's not related to any gender that only females can do that. I think males can do that as well, but
absolutely.
we just don't do it. Not many males do that. Some of them do.
Speaking of these manicure, pedicure, like you mentioned, definitely there is a mindset that only women get done, but that's not the case. Even men get done. Speaking of that, just ऐसा उसमें कुछ छुपाने का वो नहीं है, but just in my last visit to this mall, the Seven Rose Salon,
Hmm.
I saw in their list of services for men there was Brazilian wax for the underarms. So I got that done. First time experience in
Actually,
really thing,
okay.
and
How was the experience?
yeah, like you can definitely salute to women who get it done on intimate areas. It's really painful. This was very painful for me, but it
Hmm.
was an experience, समझ लो. And because even if you speak from as a Muslim perspective, we have to get them trimmed or
Right.
removed.
Obviously, yes. But it is,
Yeah.
but
So
obviously, I think you as well will agree. We usually do it at home rather
yeah, we
to,
do it at home.
yeah. But I have seen, you got this topic out. I have seen, like, as I mentioned, like gali ka jo barber rehta apna. At those places, people just, once they are done with the haircut, they'll be like, bhai zara ye bhi kar do, and they'll pick up their armpits and he'll start. I'm like, what the hell, man? What is this? Uh,
Yes,
and
yes.
and usually when you go to haircuts, is something like early morning when you get up, you want to go. You're not even freshened up or stuff like that. You just go, and because you want to get yourself, you want to get the haircut done or the beard cut done, and then you go home and then you take your shower and get freshened up, and
Yes.
then you go outside. So in that in that way, you're just putting your arm up and you're asking that guy to do it, and he's doing it as well. Okay,
No,
leave it
that's
at this.
because that is you mentioned Gali ka barber, but because I got this done at that place, they had a completely separate room with a bed and
Right.
everything. Because obviously they give for
Yeah,
the entire
obviously,
body as well.
as you mentioned, it is a high-end kind of a little bit high-end
Yeah,
saloon. So obviously, they will have some process and stuff. They won't be just
privacy and
doing it like that way. But yeah, this
everything.
happens.
And I got it done, and like I saw this when you mentioned, I didn't see it in real. You saw it in real. I saw it in this local Hyderabadi films.
Oh,
They got that done, and not in the salon, but at home. I thought, okay, bhai, the person who's coming, should I get it done? But I didn't feel like doing it. But over there, because it's high-end salon, they will take you separately, separate room, completely locked. So I was like, okay, bhai, let's just try. Okay, I tried it. If it would have been outside, I wouldn't have gone for it. Definitely not at all.
all right. It is just I don't have words to say. Like, yeah, but it happens. You have seen in movies, but it actually happens. So
Oh, yeah, it
yeah,
does happen. But I never experienced that because, like I said, it's been a long time since I went to a local salon.
right.
So, but I saw it in that movie, and that too years back. If you remember back then when those Hyderabadi movies started coming
Yeah,
out, with Changir and Salim, those characters,
Right,
if you
right.
remember. तो वो टाइम पे ही मैंने देखा था कोई एक मूवी में, उसके बाद से ओनली वन टाइम ऑनेस्टली इन अ फिल्म. रियल लाइफ में तो मेरे से एक्सपीरियंस तो नहीं हुआ. मे बी यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट, आई हैवंट एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट. बट
Uh,
डेफिनेटली पीपल डू गेट डन लोकल सैलून्स में. They do
right.
that barber
I've
shop.
seen many times, but I just get grossed out. I'm like, okay, they are, but if it's okay if the barber is fine with it, then why
Yeah,
are we there to interfere? So all good.
true.
Okay,
And if he's keeping it clean, if he is, immediately wiping it out the hair, that's good.
right,
But yeah, because that is the main issue. Hygiene is the main issue in that thing.
absolutely,
Apart from personal embarrassment, hygiene is a more important thing in that
absolutely.
cases.
So I think we'll
Well,
conclude
it's been
this
a
here.
good talk about haircut and
Yeah,
other cuts as well.
I think we have reached every part of it because we have done
Yeah,
haircut, we have done the beard trimming, and now we have done the underarms as well. So I think we have
yes,
covered everything. I don't think we need
absolutely.
to go any further now.
We do it.
So let's conclude
Fun talk,
this.
really fun talk.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So see you tomorrow, inshallah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, inshallah.
Take
Let's
care.
see.
Allah Hafiz.